Buenos dias, customers. Let's going to correct our work from yesterday where you had a diagram, you have a square out and it was cut into hundreds and you had to write the percentage. We were looking at percentages, weren't we? So let's going to correct the first one. The first one you had something like this, okay? And this is, you can count 7. And you can see that then 7 are per 100. So you have only 7 of 100. So you have 7%. Okay? I'm going to go to my next one. You had, easy, this. And you could see that you had 10 out of 100. So you had 10%. All right, let's going to go for the next one. You had, let me just quick color them. You had this, and you could see in there that you had 34 of 100, so you have 34%. Well done, guys. And then you have another one, which it looked like that. And you have 10, 20, 30, 40, 40 out of 100. So you had 40%. And on your next one, you had something like this, and you have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 60, and 67. So you had 67 out of 100. You had 67%. And my last one, you had, and now I'm going to need to rub them off. You had this, and this was 10 for 14 out of 100, so you had 14%. Beautiful, right, really simple. Some of you dropped me a message saying that you were really enjoying percentages and they were really simple. Enjoy now before we go back to school. That is on that Monday is when our complication begin. So that's when we are going to be doing more complex work with fractions and with percentages, okay? So let's going to look at today's work. Today we are going to try to be looking at percentages and we are going to try to show them as fractions, and we are going to be looking at fractions and we are going to try to show them as a percentage. So it's quite simple, quite easy, but you need to really be focused on it, okay? So let's go to, for example, look at my 14. I did said that percent, that is this symbol, means kind of from 100 or out of 100. So remember that this cent is 100, so per 100. So out of 100 you have how many? So that makes you just know straight away that if you're having it out of 100, that is in a fraction like that, isn't it? So you're going to have x out of 100. You're going to have so many out of 100. So you know that your percentages, they are going to be shown, those ones, they are going to be shown as out of 100 with 100 on your denominator. We will see them different. We will see when they get complex on Monday. So we will see different fractions. But at the minute, we are going to be trying to just represent in a fraction a percentage. So out of 100, okay, because century, centimeter means 100. So Let's going to, for example, look at this. I have 14%, so I have 14 out of 100. So I have 14 out of 100. 14 hundredths. Okay, can you see it? You had 10 and 4, you had 14 hundredths. Okay, so if my first one is 14 hundredths, and I know on my next one 67%, I know that is 67 out of 100. Okay, my numerator, I know then that is going to be that I have 67 hundredths. What about 40%? Simple, isn't it? 40 hundredths. 40 out of 100. What about 7? Same, 7 hundredths. What about 10%? 10 hundredths. What about 34? 34 hundredths. Okay, because remember that percent, cent, hundred, and then it means the same as out of 100. How many you shade, how many you've taken. So let's going to do together few exercises similar to the ones that you are going to do on your Do It. So let's going to practice them. And whoa! And let's see if you can just practice and then if you can do it before you go on your own, okay? So let's going to see if you will have a table which it is percentage, and then you have another section for your fraction. Okay? So if I have 3%, what will it be my fraction on your book? If I have, whoopsie, not 3% because that's your Do It, sorry. If I have 5%, what will you have as a fraction? If I have 72 hundredths, what you will have as a percentage? If I have 20%, what will you have as a fraction? And the last one, if I have 15 hundredths, how will you represent it as a percentage? So your work now is try to just look at these fractions or these percentages and represent it in the way that they haven't done it yet. So pause your video, and once you're ready, play it again so we can correct it together. Okay, guess that you have all done it now. Let's going to look at my 5% as a fraction. I know that I have 5 out of 100. So I have 5 hundredths. Okay, now this time I have 72 hundredths. So then I know that out of 100, I have 72. So then I know percent, it's 100, I have 72. 72%. Okay, my next one, 20%. And I know that if it's percent, I have out of 100. And how many do I have? 20. So I have 20 hundredths and 15 hundredths as a percentage out of 100. So percent, I have 15. Really easy, isn't it? Not really complicated, so you should be alright with it. So have a go at it, and if you struggle with anything, just drop me a message and I can just try to help you out, okay? See you tomorrow. Adios!